Welcome back to my Let's Play for War of Two Worlds. This one's going to be split into probably two parts, oddly enough. Basically going to take two different videos and fuse them together, because the Kraken, the enemy fight after the next guy, actually drops the auto shields that I've been looking for. So, yeah, I'm going to fight this guy. So then I'm going to fight him a bunch of more times, make some auto haste, and re-equip the party in order to prepare for the other fights. But first we have to take down the Death Knight, who's a royal pain in the backside. He basically likes to screw you over by constantly spamming slow and other status effects, so he can definitely slow you down, and he gets first hit and does massive damage too, which also, you know, sucks. And he can, bless himself as well, so yeah. He's an annoying opponent. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I still haven't gotten, you know, Mamoto up to a point where she actually can use her best spell. In combat, at least, which also sucks. Okay, I can nullify the damage from that easily. It's not that kind of damage I'm worried about, it's status conditions that hinder my ability to keep up the offense. Because the longer this fight goes on for, the more likely it's to get drawn out. And I'd hate for it to get drawn out. Though this guy doesn't drop a particularly great item in my opinion. He just drops an item that gives you the best stat gains. The problem is, since, you know, magic seems to be tied more into, well, let's face it, the level of the spell itself, having a higher mind stats doesn't really help you much. Sad truth, I suppose. I wish she'd actually learn some offensive magic. Like, even most clerics tend to get access to, you know, at least one, you know, item for something like that. They're like, oh, I got the ability to do this, that, or the other thing. And now he's spamming slow, which is going to cripple me. And as far as I'm aware, I don't actually have anything for getting rid of this. Okay. Well, he's back to normal at least. And his status effects can't do too much to her, at least. Huge amount. I don't want to lose anyone. I really don't, because I can't afford to. Well, at least she cured herself. Well, yeah. I don't have any reason to use a blessing. Sad part is the only buff she can give is for shield. I wish she had more options there, you know? If you aren't giving her attack magic, at least give her some other support abilities, you know? Like give her the ability to, like, cast haste. Got him. Okay. Well, that went fairly well, but we're definitely gonna have to go spend some money over at the inn right now, because I used up most of my magic power. Yes, the shell package, which gives you a bunch of items for boosting your stats. The problem is only some of these are useful. I'll throw them all into Curse for now, but I honestly don't think buffing your defense helps, considering most spells seem to just bypass it. So its effectiveness doesn't seem to be very high. And now I'll throw in the Emerald Jewel just cause. I mean, you might as well just go all out, right? The sad part is, like I said, none of these fights really give you items that are more valuable, you know, than it costs to do the fight themselves. I mean, maybe some of the accessories are valuable since I haven't checked them, but I'm assuming no. Because the developer doesn't seem to want you to farm battles like that. And I can understand why. I mean, if you can farm the arena so you can, you know, get all the equipment you want and make the best stuff, it would really break the game, I suppose, since it's going to be the equipment you're going to be relying on to break the game rather than, you know, being overly leveled and overly statted. But the only advantage of being overly leveled I can determine so far is that it lets you, you know, get access to more powerful spells you wouldn't have had when you would supposedly fight the enemy in question. Gosh darn it. I think after this I might take a short break and record a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. Not against an actual opponent, but against the AI in 2006 to show off a really gimmicky deck build I've been playing around with to try and get reasonably effective. It's a rather unusual stall deck. It's very back row heavy though, which is definitely a downside since it has to run a lot of stall cards to work. Though for a Kraken, it's got some really weird tentacles there considering they look like dragons. Maybe I should have waited a little bit longer. Then again, if Kirsch gets one more level, I might just spam the items to raise levels to push him up to max. I assume cap's at 99. That's my assumption, though. I might be wrong. Let's see. I might as well just use a super sound on myself. Okay. Didn't get as much of it as I would have liked, but it happens that way sometimes, you know? Though the Kraken's a bit weird since he can spam status conditions on your party that have both positive and negative effects, which is kind of surreal, you know? I mean, most games they don't let you do that. Like, you get one or the other, but not both. It also makes what this Kraken does a bit more risky, I suppose. Would you like to gamble, Sir Kraken? If you gamble it wrong, though, you're going to take massive damage. Well, that didn't do much. Well, I know this thing's really not that tough overall, to be honest, so I ain't too worried about it. Okay, that's how you do it. Maybe I should use my best healing move, though. And maybe I should cure her silence at some point. Though I suppose I could also just have her replenish someone's MP. Since everyone else is getting low too at this point. Let's see. Or did I not? Oh, there it is. Heal drinks. Yeah, definitely an odd name for what it does. Not too bad though. Like what? 250 back? I can work with that. I'm surprised I haven't seen its most devastating ability yet. Oh darn, I had access to my magic and failed to use it. That was a bad call on my part. I should have been paying more attention. Yeah, I really should switch back to a lower cost spell, I suppose, but at this point I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, auto shield. We're gonna have to fight him again, though. Supreme Elm. Weaponry, okay. I assume this blocks water. And all the other elements. Yep, resist all elements. Gotcha. So I can fight against slow with that, but how often are you gonna worry about that, besides that one fight there? Yeah. I'll be back, though we'll probably be over in Luna Village making the haste rings when we do that. And then we can travel back here and try and work on the rest of this stuff. So just give me a little bit to get everything set up. And I'm back. Took me a bit longer than I thought it would, but honestly, I just am not in the best mood to record, considering I spent, you know, 10 hours at work today, and that was counting my break in there. So yeah, it was a long day, so I really want to come back, you know, and do work for YouTube too at the same time. So I just really haven't been doing much of anything besides, you know, trying to chill out. Doesn't help we got a big inspection coming up, you know, next week either, so that's not gonna be fun. Ugh. Yeah, I also need you to make me another one. In fact, I need you to make 2 more. My biggest problem with this game is you can't tell it to make multiple copies of an item or accessory. You have to individually do it every single bloody time, which is really gosh darn time consuming. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's doable, but do you really want to sit here doing it when you can, you know, be out fighting enemies, you know? Jeez, come on, one last one. But yeah, if someone was asking where you get a stay helmet, this is where you can make one at least. If you have a visionary, I just don't know if there's anyone that regularly drops that item, or you can buy it from. I mean, you can get one obviously from the arena if you want to make a dragon crest, but if there's more to be had, I'm not sure. And I know people said they've had up to like 4 dragon crests. There must be more out there somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna give you that. Because I'd rather have auto haste. But yeah, the reason why I don't think, you know, your intelligence stat or mind has anything to really do with your spell damage is because Kirsch has a mind stat of 814 at this point, yet he still does about as much damage to spells as Rose here, who's like 300 points weaker. And it's even worse, you know, with Miyamoto, because she's like 500 points weaker, yet she still will do the same amount of damage with spells of the same tier level. Roughly. I mean, there might be a difference about maybe 50 points, but the gap between them is just massive, so it doesn't make sense. And I think the same thing also applies to physical attacks. Like, everything you do ignores defense or something, or the amount of damage it does is, like, really set somehow. Like, the spells are set by tier, and physical attacks are going to be dictated by, you know, your overall physical attack stat, and that's basically it. Like, no matter what enemy you go up against, it seems to do the same amount of damage, basically. Even if the difference between them should be massive. Like, if I fight regular enemies, they should be a lot weaker than most of the thing I've been... Or obviously weirder things I've been fighting in the arena, yet I hit them just as hard. So, yeah. I'm really disappointed with that, since it means the best stats to buff are effectively going to be speed, so you get more turns. Then, probably MP, so you can cast more spells, because spells do a lot more damage than physical attacks. Then HP, and you can basically just ignore mind and defense, because having more HP means you can just shrug off more attacks before you have to do recovery work. Oh, and since I have hit max level, I actually now have Avalanche, the most powerful ice spells available on Kirsch. And Mia's finally learned an offensive ability, Gravity. Huh. Level 80, huh? My question is this a giant snake? Oh, it's a dragon? Well then. Well, I think I'll use that for now. But you see what I mean, right? Wow, I'm surprised all those work. I'm kind of bamboozled by that a bit. So I've been cursed, eh? Does that mean I slowly lose HP or something? I'm not sure what that does. Gonna actually attack me again? Or am I still under haste and getting a massive speed buff there, you know? I would have her attack, but honestly, having her stick to recovery might be more worthwhile. Since I only have, you know, like 10 more, you know, powerful MP recovery items on hand. Huh. Jeez. Let myself get space there instead of attacking. Oh, we're completely out, so does Curse like drain our MP? Well, no. I don't think that's gonna help. I guess I can't really cure Curse. But I keep on the offensive that way. I guess that's gonna be my last one of those. Okay, let's just run up and pop it right in the face. Darn, this is one durable enemy. He just doesn't want to die. Well, it's too bad, because you're gonna die at some point, I guarantee it. Jeez. Just get my HP back. Jeez. Fights like this get really annoying after all, because they just don't seem to end. Come on. Just kill over already. Even that wasn't enough to end it. This is maddening. Finally. Like, jeez. I just kept blasting him, and blasting him, and blasting him, and it didn't seem to work. Oh, he drops dragon emblems? What do those do? A ribbon. Cool. Okay. But seriously, what's the dragon emblem do? Guards against all negative status effects. That's cool. So I can probably put that on, you know, another character. Yeah, Mia. There. That'll protect you from every negative status condition. If that's... I guess it's doing life point damage, maybe? No, I guess it's splitting me of MP. I don't know why I can't get rid of it with Bless, though. Do I, like, just not have an ability to get rid of, you know, annoying status conditions like that one just cuz? Question is, do I want to continue through the arena, or do I want to just call it quits? Because we're probably already going to be coming up about, what, 18 minutes or so when I put the two parts together at this point. And that fight dragged on for a while, and I imagine the next two fights are going to drag on even longer. I guess we can take a look at what the name of the creature is, even if I don't want to fight it just yet. I was honestly hoping this would be the last one, but I don't like doing, you know, super long episodes at the moment. So let's take a look. We're almost done, though. Information. It doesn't even give me a name. Tiamat. So next is the Tiamat Dragon, huh? What could be tougher than the Tiamat Dragon? I mean, based on my experience with Final Fantasy XII, there's really nothing else that could be beyond that thing. Oh well. That does it for this episode. Next time we'll deal with Tiamat and whatever comes next. And I may go and do some more grinding to buy some items to at least buff everyone else's HP and stuff. Probably really want to buff Mia's MP though, because getting that up really high would be really beneficial for all the healing spells we need. Until next time then. See ya.